All right, guys, we're set up. We got the. This is going to be the Blackmore cam today. So eventually, if we're sitting next to each other, I can just switch it like that, and then if I want, I can just switch it like this. Whatever. But for right now, we'll just get some good shots of Mr. Blackmore. Since he doesn't like to be filmed, he likes to we'll teach him as long as he behaves, and I'll eventually leave him alone. As long as he behaves. Get him, Chief. He's a good guy. Good guy. Are we good on the gun thing? The what? Both sides of He's the one that checked me. So I'm always testing. So I figured today I was going to find out where they're going to let me make. So I'm going to check it out first. It's clean. And yeah. So, what was your question about US? US were you just like was it training line?
Cindy David over history.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you so much. And I was going to call him today and thank him also.
I was going to tell you, I'd come too. They would be like, nah, I'll go. I'm like, no, I can go.
And he told me, Connor, he's supposed to wait, it was
Wow. Scary stuff. No problem.
Now they said, the only reason otherwise, I'm not saying that. Doesn't matter for you. And I say, why? But it wouldn't be a, it wouldn't be a, even if they try to hide it, use some things, you can tell them that. Yeah, I mean, this is recorded, I have heard that courthouse, you're right. Yeah, it's just a fixing something. So I turn it on, right? It's like, and I'm like, look, I put it in this thing. I put the train. No, we're not doing that. Let's fix something. Let's do this. Fix something. That's what you're I was just kind of disclosing. I showed up, and so in response to that, I think one of the police officers I tried to show them something there. So then the next time I put it on, I washed my hands. They wanted me twice, but they didn't even ask me a question. So what's that got? No, it was pre-COVID. I said that, no, it was pre-COVID, yeah. So what's that got? Because I haven't had a chance to. We're not talking. Oh, wait. So anyway. Thank you, Chief, for clearing that up. I appreciate it.
I would have that day, it just didn't seem much of time.
If I can ever do anything for you, just, you can always call me or you can shoot me an email or something. I will continue to test. Your King and Anderson and Wells and Rivera, they were all part of the raid. And, I'm going to get my pound of flesh, so to speak. I believe my position is that they are just as bad as Joe, if not worse. I'm not going to name which one, but the one that had the AR-15 pointed at my wife's head, there was no reason to do that. Come on, Chief.
No, seriously.
I'd be more than willing to lodge a complaint about actions that occurred in the house and give the department an opportunity to address anything that they might find that's sustained. Sure, email me one and I'll certainly put one in. I didn't put one in because, we both know where that would have went, right in the trash. Not that you would have had any hand in that, but there was there's another boss then, so I just didn't feel that it was going to go anywhere. I tried to address it with him. I sent him an email, told him, fix it or I'm going to sue. And he ignored me. So I had to say, you know what, we just got to take it into court and fix it, right? But certainly, if you want to send a complaint form, I will definitely fill it out, and I'll fill it out. And SAPD has a statute of limitations of 6 months. You guys have something like that? Yeah, so it might be past the statute of limitations.
But we still need to be.
Yeah.
We may not be able to take action because state law.
Yeah.
But
So if
the complaint.
if the law ties your hands behind your back and you can't take action, then it's kind of fruitless to waste. This is my personal opinion.
Okay, Jack,
It's
come on.
fruitless to waste anybody's time. with
Get
something
them
that they
started
haven't
on
followed.
Leon Valley meeting.
So, it is what it is. But on Anderson and Wells and all them guys, when I say my pound of flesh, I mean, figuratively speaking. My wife's an angel. She's got 3 degrees. She's been a nurse for 26 years. She wouldn't harm a fly. She does not like what I do. She very much likes the police. And, I get what happened. I understand what happened, and I understand how a SWAT team works. But they knew who she was. They knew they knew.
Oh, and there's the idiot
and
loser who likes to play on his
you
phone.
can point a rifle at her head. That's the only thing that really got me, was seeing that barrel pointed at her head. And they just to let you know, they did that and they walked me in, kind of paraded me past me. They almost got me. I was contemplating on, becoming violent. That was very hard to watch, right? It's like the equivalent of somebody.
Was she trying to show off her butt to
It's
Jack?
like somebody slapping your wife, okay? And you're not in uniform. You're at home. Nobody's watching. You know what I mean? Very difficult to watch. So, but my better judgment got me. But anyway,
Careful, Jack. I think
hopefully
Blondie's
you can coach
checking
those
you out.
guys to survive.
Don't let the
I'm not
missus
gonna break
find
any
out.
laws, but definitely going to. If they have any tyranny in their blood, I'm going to bring it out in the open. Get them out and make room for guys like these to get it in their spot. So I don't know him yet, but he did good up here. And then the other guy right there, man, good deal. Good deal there. So if you come across some Scotch tape, let me know. Okay, thank you, Chief. I'm doing good. How you doing, man? Hey, man. How did that go? You don't have to. It went well. You don't have to, but at one point I would like to switch chairs, or you can operate this, because this is the Blackmore Cam. And then if you want to turn it to the tyrant, you can. Boop. And you don't even have to point it. Okay, you don't even have to point it.
That's a hero?
Yeah,
A hero what?
and the top will tell you how well. Oh, I have it turned off right now.
Okay.
I think. You didn't catch what we were talking about.
Yeah, you know what? I better get set up because I can come out with executives.
Yeah, I guess I turned it off, but anyway, Eric, it tells you right on top. It'll run. Just watch the battery when it starts getting lower. But anyway, yeah, at some point, we're all taking Nah, you didn't bring it inside. It's in my bag. Yes.
Ziegler.
Yes.
Good guy, man. Good guy. Hey, Jack. Yeah. So far, all the service that I've had for the last 3 months since the election are all cool. Very cool. This guy lying, I think it's pretty good. Thanks. Seriously, dude, it makes a difference. So we're just looking at what
Yeah.
you don't want their business. But, you know, I mean, for yourself. I want to hear it. Yeah, serve, you know, take their own
Jack, this thing have night vision in it? So, this thing have night vision?
Trying to get on Hollywood across the street, right?
You know, the only thing though, is you got that.
I told them to go online. I charge a lot. I do, exactly. That's why I free dinner. Wednesday last week, I got my red light. I know, that's what I said. I'm telling you, all the things I want to do, now that I have time, I'm so tired, I don't want my friend went out for days, like last night. That's just her name.
I like that too. I'm not a natural liar.
Yeah.
In fact, I went to a party and I was with a Don and like, you call anybody, there's nothing like a natural liar.
You don't take happy pills or anything? Yeah. Some lucky person came along and said, they did this. Marcia said that she got a lot.
Hey, you want to go outside? Yeah.
Oh, like when you're.
All right.
Amazing how they change.
Yeah. I don't unless you want that.
All right, guys. I think it looks like council is starting to come back, trickle in. And let me go look at some comments out. So let me go outside so I can look at some comments. Excuse me. All right, let me look at some comments, folks. Yeah, they're starting to trickle back in from executive session. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm not really talking that loud. Can you hear me okay? You haven't missed anything yet. They were in executive session and they're starting to trickle back in to start this council meeting. Good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Some notable things on the agenda. I heard that the Texas Municipal Police Association was supposed to be coming in tonight to talk. And considering the load of malarkey that they gave City Council the last time they were here, I figured I'd come in and blow their bullshit out of the water. And then also, I think they're going to be talking about red light cameras. And most notably, there's 2 candidates, right? Or 3 candidates that they ran on the promise that they would take care of the red light cameras. Texas voters have spoke already, right? Leon Valley voters have spoke. Why are they still talking about it? Are they going to try to run on this agenda for the next time they're running? We'll see. Meeting is starting.
Approximately 12 on Tuesday, April the 6th.
Yes, I would like to motion that we direct staff to review chapter 15.02.06 of the zoning.
We have a motion by Councilor Bradshaw, second by Councilor Edwards, to direct staff to review the chapter that Councilor Bradshaw highlighted. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion does carry. All right, thank you very much.
I just took Blackmore's chair.
Ms. Buckley, are we ready to move on to the next presentation? Okay, very good. Good evening again. For those of you that have arrived late, we have been in executive session. We did have a motion. And before the presentations, I just wanted to summarize the newly amended rules of decorum that the council passed at the last meeting. And again, they're not too different, but they're worth repeating, I think, and reinforcing. Please remember that the city council chambers is the place where all people are treated with respect and dignity, citizens, councilors, staff, and visitors alike. We especially want to hear from you on the issues and policies facing our community. Meetings are open to the public and citizens can participate in 3 ways: to give comment, testimony, and evidence during citizens to be heard, prior to the council decision or voted on any posted agenda item or any posted public hearing, and you have up to 3 minutes to speak. Citizens may also appear in person or by written appearance if unable to attend the meeting by sending us your email. Written comments must include your name and place of residence, your city and your state. All written comments shall be included in the meeting minutes. If a citizen is not a resident or business owner of the city and is not present in person to speak at the meeting, their comments may be read at the request of the mayor or any council member. Anyone, citizens, staff, council members, guests wanting to speak at the meeting must be first recognized by the presiding chair. And please raise your hand so that I can call on you. And this includes if you want to speak after an agenda item has been presented. I will no longer formally call on citizens to speak at each agenda item. I think that's one of the major changes that the council wanted to make. So if you have a question, just raise your hand and you'll be recognized. Members, staff, citizens shall not shout, display unruly behavior, distract with side conversations, use profanity, threat of violence, or disrupt the orderly conduct of the meeting. When any person is addressing city council, staff, or citizens, no personal attacks on anyone will be allowed. Enforcement of these rules is the responsibility of the presiding officer, who will give a warning or ask for you to move to the foyer as a result of the inappropriate behavior. Enforcement can also be made by my colleagues. Unfortunately, I can't hear and see everything that goes on in council chambers, but the rules of decorum allow any counselor to help monitor the situation by calling the public order. And again, Robert's Rules of Order takes precedence for conduct not covered by these rules. The other thing I want to try to, for us to get in a habit, and that is each counselor is allowed to speak first before you speak a second time. And I think if we can keep that orderly flow of the dialogue, I think it'll be a richer meeting and everybody gets an equal say. So that's the other issue that we will implement as well. So please, let's continue this meeting and treat each other with respect and dignity. And I'm so glad you're all here. Thank you. All right. So, with that said, I think we have about 6 presentations this evening, but I got a call or an email from a Leon Valley citizen, Marcy Necklace's daughter, in-law, Linda, and she wanted to honor two special events this evening, and I would like to first call upon Diana Sarpin for her 16th anniversary of the Red Hat Society of Leon Valley. So Diane, will come forward.
You guys want to watch this, or you want me to go outside and listen to me talk?
Leon Valley has been going on for 16 years.
We're the lovely ladies of Leon.
That's right. This makes our community a richer place to live, work, and play when we have these kinds of activities that we can do. And, it's just, I've known Diana for a long, long time, and I'm so happy that you're here. And you look lovely, darling. You're lovely. So, let me read this certificate of appreciation. There is a recognition of outstanding service for the past 16 years to the Red Hat Society of Leon Valley. This certificate of appreciation is awarded to Diana Sarpin, 16-year anniversary. Now therefore, by the authority vested in me as mayor, and on behalf of the governing body and all citizens, I do hereby present this certificate of appreciation to you as a testimony to the loyal and dedicated service which you have contributed with our best wishes for continued success and happiness in the future. Signed by my hand on the 6th day of April, 2021, Mayor Chris Riley. Let's give Diana and the Red Hat Society of Leon Valley a big round of applause. Please say something.
I also wanted to add that I originally started the Red Hats and entitled the Lovely Ladies of Leon Valley because one of the objectives also was to try to frequent Leon Valley restaurants and to take care of our own. And also I would like, in lieu of this honor, I would like to present our mayor as an honorary Red Hat with her own red hat. So that's why it says honorary, but you're welcome to come in.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Try it
I
on.
got to try it. Put it on. Put it on. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's really big.
Looks sorry.
It's a red velvet. That is beautiful. Thank you.
Too late for Easter, but maybe for Christmas.
Okay. Okay, I can't give you a hug, but I can do this. Here we go. I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm good. Okay. Next, honoree is Rita Burnside. Rita, she's my soulmate, my neighbor. I mean, we are partners in crime. And when I got this, Rita's asked me to do Tai Chi with her. I can't tell you how long, but I'm like, no way, I want to sleep in on a Saturday if I can. She is there every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. at the library. And she began with the Tai Chi of Leon Valley. So I wanted to read this appreciation certificate and then hear from you. Certificate of appreciation. Whereas in recognition of outstanding service for the past 25 years to the Tai Chi Chi of Leon Valley, this certificate of appreciation is awarded to Rita Burnside for her 25th anniversary. Now therefore, by the authority vested in me as mayor, and on behalf of our governing body and all citizens, I do hereby present this certificate of appreciation to you as a testimonial to the loyal and dedicated service which you have contributed for our best wishes for continued success and happiness.
You can come closer.
On my hand, the 6th day of April, 2021. Mayor Chris Romney, y'all, let's give Rita a round of applause. She is, show us a couple of moves. You know. Okay, and Rita, please.
Anyway, seriously, thank you so very much. I gratefully accept this special recognition on behalf of all of those wonderful individuals who have participated since 1996, including my friend, our former mayor, the late Vice President. And it's difficult to believe that it's been 25 years that Marcy and I scouted for a program and a person who would teach us a simple but yet effective way to do the ancient Tai Chi exercise. Our wish came true when we found Sister Alice Holden at the University of Incarnate Word. She showed us the path to serenity. In 1969, I was the youngest in the group, and Marcy one of the oldest. And now I am one of the oldest, and another member, Linda, who just joined us several weeks ago, is the youngest. I want to recognize several ladies who faithfully have been coming since the beginning. Beverly Clark, the library coach, Rainy, Frosty, Hart, but also invigorating weather. They are this year tonight. And
I plan on going postal. Let everybody know so they can see.
Sister Olivia had been with us until recently as well, in spite of her excellent personal worsening dementia. She might not have remembered a relative's name, but she remembered all of the Tai Chi skills. It was amazing. A loud shout out tonight, she's watching, to our incredible, caring, dedicated, moving meditation teacher, Sister Alice Holden, who came to Leon Valley from the University of Incarnate Word until her busy schedule did not allow it anymore. We adore her. We wish her the very best for the future. So what are we doing Saturdays? What is Tai Chi? Simply described, it is a mindful, moving meditation. They are not classes, just informal exercise sessions. And a lot of camaraderie. The originator, Justin Stone, describes it as follows. Tai Chi is a set of movements completely focused on the development of an intrinsic energy called Qi. The GCC, consists of 19 standalone movements and one pose that generate serenity. Tai Chi is not emotional. Tai Chi does not require a particular level of physical fitness or coordination. It's very old. It's not very old, it's not very young. No special clothing or equipment is required. It is taught by an accredited teacher in schools and universities and in senior centers, and military and medical facilities. So to some of us, what their experience is their benefit. Most people, it helps their balance and act as a stress reliever. invite you all to check out Justin Stowe's YouTube video, which shows exactly how these movements look like. On the top, or better yet, join us at the show's sessions. It's so much more enjoyable in the group, and you're more likely to make a commitment to this. And it's not a women alone. So, I thank you again, and no masters.
Very good, thank you, Rita. Really appreciate it. So you want everybody to come on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock for the library porch? Okay.
Who wants to come? Come on.
She wants to get y'all into a photo. Here you go. There you go. Hi, honey. How are you? So good to see you. I love your mask.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So to our teacher, executive.
You say namaste. Okay. Thank you very much. Got another presentation. Let's give them a round of applause. Oh no, it's not the library. It's Maribel. Okay. I thought it was the library. The library is next. I hope everybody's gotten an agenda so you'll see the extent of our meeting tonight. Agenda item number 3, presentation and direction on a drive-through resource fair event for seniors sponsored by WellMed. And we have Maribel Mendoza, our special events coordinator, here this evening to present. Good evening.
Good evening,
So glad you're
Mayor
here.
Council. Thank you so much. So the
Yeah.
purpose of this presentation this event is to receive direction from our city council on this possible senior drive-through event sponsored by WellMed. I do have a guest speaker here from WellMed. Her name is Jessica Ramirez, and she's the campaign manager. And she would like to speak to you about the event if you want her to answer more details.
Very good. Thank you. And your name, please?
Jessica Ramirez.
Jessica Ramirez. Thank you, Jessica, and welcome.
Thank you for the council for taking the time to listen to this. So pretty much because of COVID, we've had to pivot events in the community. Are you all familiar with WellMed first and foremost?
Yeah.
Great. So you know we are clinic based for our seniors in our community who are on Medicare. We're growing at such tremendous speed. We're at 31 locations. Just down the road, you have a WellMed here in Leon Valley to support your seniors in this community. And because of COVID, we've had to pivot our events to secure and make sure safety first and foremost and protocols for COVID are taken place. The way we've been able to do that is with drive-through events. We've already taken this strategy in with the city of San Antonio and have already started doing events at local parks, libraries, all drive-through, keeping everybody safe with COVID. So what we do in the event is we would utilize the parking lot space, for example, your civic center. We would utilize the space and we would invite WellMed and vendors, American Heart, Walgreens, maybe H-E-B, depending on how many vendors we could get out there. And we would have just a drive-through stop by. You would stop by at the vendor, get your goodies, get your information, and next stop, next stop. We make it about 2 to 5 stops. That is totally to your discretion if you wish to have more or less. And what we're doing is really just making sure that they understand that we're still available for support. We're still here to help them with their Medicare and all their medical needs. Educate them on what we're doing with our COVID vaccine sites. WellMed has 3 locations that are currently doing the COVID vaccine sites. So we want to make sure that they are well aware on how to, obtain that COVID vaccine. We want to make sure they're aware of all the wraparound services that WellMed has to offer, and of course, Leon Valley and the city of San Antonio for their medical needs and med center, of course. And just again, we can do anything from COVID essentials, diabetes essentials, heart essentials, produce. The heat is coming. We want to ensure that our seniors are not having heat strokes or, they don't have enough sufficient water or fans. So we're already prepping for our fan distribution in several areas of San Antonio. Pretty much, we set it up just like any other event. The tent to bring attention, the table with all the goodies in the bags, waters, of course, collateral information, and additional information on events that they could attend in the community surrounding them. Everybody is prepared with masks, PPE, of course, gloves, sanitation stations. We do not encourage any walk-ups whatsoever. Everything is drive-through method. And again, with your permission, we'd be happy to coordinate support Leon Valley and get the ball rolling to make sure that, again, the seniors in the community are well aware. And just, hearing these great ladies in this community with the chai tea and the hats, I mean, that's who we want to invite. We want to invite the local organizations also, so they have the opportunity to share different activities that are going on in the community. And of course, always with that COVID vaccine, COVID in mind, and keep social distance. So again, we would like to utilize parks, libraries for drive-through events.
Jessica, you said you've done this already?
Yes, ma'am. We've already implemented this in the city of San Antonio.
Okay, and how many people do you estimate that you serve, like in one, it's just one day, one
It's
afternoon?
one day, but we
What would you
love
say?
consistency. Of course, we like to do things monthly and hit several pockets of Leon Valley. Anywhere, I've had events with 50, 75, and even up to 150 cars. It really just depends on the product that we're giving and the marketing behind that, whether that's Facebook boosting, direct mail inviting the community of Leon Valley, or even partnering with a local radio station to bring them out the day of, so we can say, hey, we're live at Leon Valley Civic Center, come on out, this is the address, and who's ever listening around has that opportunity to kind of just pop in.
Okay, very good. Any other questions for Jessica Ramirez from Wellman? And as I saw in the packet, you want to do it 4 weeks out as soon as possible.
We do only because of marketing aspects on making sure we're hitting the proper zip codes, whether that's Made or Facebook or whatever.
Okay, very good. So this is time sensitive. All right. So let me start with Councilor Stevens. Make sure everybody.
So I think this is an excellent idea. I'd say the more the merrier. I'm okay with, like, y'all just go and, reach out to, we have an HB here, we have Walgreens here, get it, the more the merrier. I would add a caveat, if you're able to, what I've realized is there's 2 specific facilities that house seniors in Leon Valley. And I don't know if you'd like to drop some stuff off, but a lot of them, like at Christian Village on Warsbach,
Yes.
they don't have their own vehicles. So their only mode of transportation is, their own shuttle or via, so maybe just drop some off there.
We do at all occasions, so anytime we have leftover bags and we have not distributed, so we've had for 100, but only 50, 60 cars show up, the immediate step after that is I will already know what senior apartments are within proximity to drop off extras and make that appearance there. So yes, if we did have extras, we would even invite them out if they have their personal vehicle to come out. If they don't and we have extras, then they go right there.
Thank you, Mayor.
Councilor Orozco.
My wife had her vaccine done in Wilmington, and she's in the health field, and she has nothing but good stuff to say about you. Your organization, well organized, very speedy, very professional, and very, very friendly. She has nothing but the best for your organization.
We're all about consistency and making sure from beginning to end it's the same happy, smiley faces that are going to help support our community.
She's not very highly about your organization, and I'm definitely for this.
Yes, Councilor Edwards.
I think it's a great idea, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Councilor Hefner, do you have any comments?
Nope, I'm in support of this.
All righty, thank you. And Councilor Bradshaw.
I agree.
Very
I think this is a good.
All right, and it does say directions, so I believe the direction you've heard from this council is just to work with Mayor Bella Mendoza and set this program up, and we'll try to get as many people there as possible.
Yes,
And
that's
thank
right.
you for choosing Leon Valley.
So of course, we're happy to support Leon Valley and do what we need to do to make sure our community is taken care of. Thank you for your
Thank you
time.
so much. You
Always
bet.
have to.
Take care. Agenda item number 4.4 under presentations.
Hefner is attending by
The
phone.
2020 Texas Municipal Library
Hefner is
Directors
attending by
Association
telephone.
Student of Excellence in Library Award. And I'd like the library staff to come forward.
The achievement of excellence in life.
Okay.
This is Regina Reed, our library director. How are you?
Mayor.
I'm supposed to go like this. And Teresa, how are you?
Yes. Good.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
They're talking about library, they're giving more awards, So I figured I would come out here and talk to you guys. They're going to have some important agenda items that are going to come up later. One of them is the red light cameras. And that's going to be very interesting. I have something to say that I don't think council is going to like too much. And then also, there's citizens to be heard, and I have some things to say that I don't think they're going to like too much. So anyway, you guys stay tuned.
Library. On behalf of the Texas Municipal Library Directors Association, I am pleased to inform you that you have earned the 2020 Achievement of Excellence in Libraries Award. Your application clearly demonstrates your commitment to provide
They're gonna take care of it? You're comfortable with it, right?
As long as you're cool with that. Okay, cool, thank you.
Public library systems in Texas. Your library is one of only.
I'm gonna go have a smoke, guys. I can't stand any more of that awards ceremony crap. So I'm gonna go outside and have me a little toke on the cigarette. I think if I have my damn lighter. Oh no, I got my lighter. It's in there. It's in there. So anyway, you're cool. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. Look, all y'all talking mad mess. They're like, why aren't there any white people? Why aren't there only just white people in Leon Valley?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, and look here too. See, I know y'all do. I think they were talking about like there's nothing but white people in city council. That's what they were saying. They were like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't know the proper term for it, but we have a lot of people from Africa.
Yeah, African American.
Africans.
Oh, like
They like it here.
Orthodox, right? Is that what you would call like? I know what you're referring to, like Orthodox, like practicing and all that good junk. Yeah.
If you go down the street here, behind the tacos, we have an African American church.
Yeah, so they're what they're saying is that they actually have a Orthodox African church here in Leon Valley. So it's just maybe they have better things to do than to be patting each other on the back about doing Tai Chi and shit like that. I don't know. I'm just gonna go smoke. So, man, I gotta say, they seem to be getting with the program. Got to at least. So far, all the cops that they have attending these city council meetings seem to be trying to do the right thing. Having conversations or whatever. They didn't have to talk to me when I was leaving. And I know I got my mask on because I have a piece of tape along the top to keep my glasses from fogging. And I don't want to take it off because then my glasses will start fogging up, and that really bothers me. And, they require them in the council meeting, so I gotta... I'm trying to be in there. So far, so good. None of the tyrant officers are here. I guess they're not going to show their face. You know what? I'll just take it off and I'll just deal with it. How about that? None of the tyrant officers are here. I missed all the fun. I missed all the fun over the past 2 years, man. I missed all the fun because, Justin got to have all the fun. Damn it. They finally lift my trespass warning, and they're on their best behavior. Thank you, Justin. for straightening them out. Thank you, viewers, for straightening them out. All right, guys. Sorry. I forgot to turn my do not disturb on, so. Yeah, I forgot to turn my do not disturb on, so I got disturbed, but. Sorry, guys. I forgot to turn on my do not disturb. And, yeah, so. Anyway. Right now, they're just doing, patting each other on the back and stuff like that. I got somebody that's going to signal me when it's time to go back in. I'm just having a smoke for right now. What do y'all have for comments, man? What do you have? Oh, so I'm going to be speaking on a couple of things tonight. One is going to be the red light camera topic. And the other one is going to be citizens to be heard. And then, of course, I'm going to take advantage of any other opportunity I have to speak. And you're going to like it. You're going to like it. The honeymoon is over. What I was talking about at the first meeting, don't get confused. I know it was confusing, the things I was saying and how I was acting that day, but there was a purpose behind that. Now, I'm not going to get into the purpose behind what I said and why I acted the way I did that day. That'll come out eventually, but there was a purpose behind it. Take everything I said at that first meeting with a grain of salt. It was for a reason. All you guys know that I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one to cuss a motherfucker out if they need to be cussed out. So you guys know that, right? Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye now.
Congratulations. Was I insincere? Like I said, take what I said with a grain of salt. Regarding free speech and the level of control that City Council thinks they have on free speech. If there's something I said that you don't agree with, just take a grain of salt with it. There was a reason for saying those things. I've been planning for years to be able to come up here and speak and teach and educate these folks. Years in the planning. So, just bear with me. Unfortunately, we got to sit through these boring award ceremonies and, attaboys and attagirls to be able to speak, right? So, yeah. There's a law. What happened to Blackmore? He's gone, man. He took off. He's not here. Have you seen Blackmore, Andy? Yeah, he took off right away.
Actually, before the meeting started.
He took off before the meeting started. I wish he were here. I like hearing the guy. I like hearing the guy go pocket constitution, pocket constitution, pocket constitution. I like hearing that. But I don't know. Maybe he had a diarrhea or something. Maybe he had diarrhea. You never know. Maybe he had to go change his Depends. Maybe he had to change his wife's Depends. I'm just speculating. It's possible. Oh, Jack, why are you picking on Blackmore? Why are you saying those nasty things about Blackmore? Why are you insulting Blackmore? After everything he did to Justin, there's your answer. I'll get him in line. I guess right now he just figures that he can't control himself and I'm not Justin. You shine a light in my eyes like you shined it in Justin's. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about Justin. I'm not saying anything bad about Justin, but we're not the same. Shine a light in my eyes like that, and everybody in each block over is going to know what's going on. We're both getting kicked out, and we're both ending up outside at the same time. And you're going to learn real quick not to shine lights in my eyes. I think he realizes if a cop shines a flashlight in my eyes and I do what I do back to them, how am I going to respond to some little dude like him? So, but Blackmore's gone. He ain't here. He left. I told my colleagues that when Blackmore shows up to these meetings, I could probably get him to leave within 15 minutes. It took a half hour, but he's gone. Maybe he'll be back. Maybe he's watching. Come on back, Blackmore. I want to hear you talk so I can get up after you and destroy your bullshit. Leave your flashlight at home, though, bro. If your phone is on Do Not Disturb, how are you going to know when it's time to go back in? Because I have people here with me that are going to flag me. They're gonna walk in at the window right here. They're gonna walk right up and just say, "Come on back in." So, yeah, that's how I know. And that's all I have to say. Kilo says, dude, spit the gum out. Look, man, if smacking bothers you, go watch something without smacking. I have diabetes. My mouth is dry a lot of the times because of that, and that's why I chew gum. I tell you what I'll do. I'll meet you halfway. I'm not going to spit the gum out, but I will make a conscious effort to not chew and smack. How about that? Stop staring at my mouth. Freak. Pervert. How'd you like them shoes, man? The city attorney at the last meeting, man, had some tiger stripe cheetah spotted shoes. Today she has some plain shoes on. Nothing to look at. You can tell a lot about a man's shoes and a woman's shoes. Thank you, Thedanaya. Says you guys rock. Thanks for standing up for our rights. Absolutely. I love doing it. KPKP wants to know how it feels to be back on my stomping grounds. I cannot describe how good it feels to be able to come up here and do what I do. Find tyrants, get them to expose themselves on camera, make that change, and educate. So it feels tremendous, tremendous. If you guys didn't catch it earlier, the chief explained his actions whenever I was getting my property back. When he came to the window and told me to take my gun off my hip or something like that, put it outside. He said that some people, he tried to kind of elaborate that it might have been citizens alarmed, but I'm sure it was all his tyrant cops that were hiding in the back. Somebody told him that I was armed and they were alarmed by it. So he acknowledged that it was not against the law to be armed in City Hall. He said that he just follows, orders. We'll have to work on that. But because there's a law in place, and really you need to be following laws. If he's given orders that conflict with law, then he has a duty to tell those people who are giving him the orders that it conflicts with law and we're going to follow the law because I'm a police officer and we follow the law. But we'll work on that. But he said that, he came up, he said, put it out in the car. I said no, and he walked away. And that's what he did. He walked away. He didn't carry on about it. And so that's what he just said it. He had to come and say something, and he walked away. I don't agree with that theory. I think he should have just told those people it's not illegal to have a gun and everything's fine and not say a word to me. But whatever. I think he learned his lesson. Next time, he probably just needs to walk up and say, hey, Jack, somebody was concerned about your gun. I told them that it was perfectly legal. If you could take it out to the car, you don't have to, but if you could, I'd appreciate it. Maybe that's a different way to approach. I don't know. So I'm going to show you guys so when I walked in today, I had some goodies in my backpack. And the officers that searched my backpack had to experience these goodies. And maybe you guys can guess what the goodies were. Later on, I'll show you what the goodies were. I think it's kind of funny. But they did well. They, the reserve officer that searched my bag had to call Azar over, the expert, I think, in these situations. And you guys will see what the situations were. But, she came over, or he came over. I'm not sure what she identified, what her pronoun is, or his pronoun. But anyway, came up and looked and didn't see a problem with what I was bringing in. So I'll show you guys later what it was. It's pretty cool. I'm looking at the chats, man. I'll try to respond to you guys if I can. I'm not giving any clues what was in the bag. You'll just have to see it for yourself. Thank you, Theta Naya, for the super chat of $19.99. Theta says, yay, mask-free face, no sheeple here. They require a mask inside there. It's going to be a problem if you don't wear a mask inside there. I'm trying to remain the journalist and remain inside to accomplish my mission. So for now, I'll mask when I'm inside so I can accomplish my mission. KPKP says, love what you do from Vancouver, Canada. Thank you for the $15 super chat. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. It goes a long way. Justin, I didn't read your text, bro. My phone is on Do Not Disturb. Can you text Andy? And I'll read it off of his phone. Has Leon Valley returned everyone's property? I'm not sure if they've returned everybody's property. I think they have. I think the last two people that needed property was me and John Gray, extra good citizen. And I received all my property back, and John received all of his property back. So I think that's everybody. I think all the other folks got their property in the mail. And then me and John were the last two to receive our property. I'm not sure if Val received his property or not. I haven't talked to him in a little bit. But if Val wants to receive his property, I don't have any problem. He can contact me. We'll do a notarized affidavit, and I'll take just assign the property to me, and I think I can arrange picking it up for you. I'll even pay the $25. So I think they'll be okay with that. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'm just going back through security to go back into the meeting again. All right, all right. You good, brother? Cool. Thank you.
So I do have a good sense of humor. I don't know who you are, but
It's okay, man. It's cool.
but Dan?
I haven't looked you up yet. Dan?
Yeah.
Jack.
Jack? Okay.
Like Jack Daniels or Jack in the Box.
But, you know,
I came in here in 2018. They had 30-06, 30-07 signs up here. And I noticed in a video, somebody had came in before me. And, you know, there was a big old hoorah about him here. He got arrested and all this other stuff. And in his video, I saw the signs. I had no intention of ever coming to Leon Valley. I just didn't care about Leon Valley at the time. I was busy with other stuff. But I saw the signs. I had been all over Texas doing these signs. And in Hays County, totally removed a bunch of stuff out of the first floor, moved it up top so they could comply with the signs. The city of Austin lost a lawsuit in district court over the signs. They only had to pay like $9,000 in attorney fees, but they lost. That was significant. They still have the signs, but they don't enforce them, which I don't even understand that. But anyway, when I came in, I have a license at the time. You know, I had a license to carry an handgun, and I walked in with a blue training gun painted black in a holster. If you knew guns and you looked real close, you could tell. But from where you're standing, you wouldn't know. You'd assume it was real. That's what I wanted to assume. Because whenever I walk past those signs, there's always the potential that an officer may go, put your hands behind your back. You're in violation of that sign. It's a Class C misdemeanor, but they could arrest me for it. And what happens to my gun if it's real? It gets tied up as evidence till the case is done with, right? So I wear the fake one so that way whenever they do that, once they pull it out, then you have to put it back, take the cuffs on, right? Because it's not against the law. It never had happened. Probably 30 times all over Texas I did that. Nobody ever cuffed me or nothing. They always eventually change their signs to get in compliance with the law. And so having those 30-06, 30-07 signs specifically violated Chapter 411. And it carried a penalty, a civil penalty, if the city didn't remedy it. That law required me as a licensed handgun holder to come in and deliver a complaint. I could have sent it by mail, but I'm a YouTube content creator. So I come in person. I have to give a complaint, give them 3 days to rectify. If they don't, then I fill out a form for the AG's office. I have to include pictures, all the pertinent information about the complaint, a copy of the complaint. It's a whole detailed report. Then the AG will send a letter saying you have 15 days to rectify. If the city doesn't rectify or begin to work on rectifying, right, because they'll extend the days if they need that, then after the 15th day, let's say the city just says, screw you, like Austin did, then what the Attorney General's office does is they sue the city And then so the first 3 days of the violation, I think, is $1,500 a day. And then after that, I think it was like 7,500 or something like that per day. And then it keeps accruing. That's the amount they're suing the city for. So basically, after the 15 days, I think it starts off at like 30,000 is what they're asking for not complying with that law, and it keeps accruing with interest. Well, I came into Leon Valley doing the same thing I did everywhere. I walked in here and who was it? Rivera was standing right here. It was they were having court back here. And have you seen the video? No. So she was doing the whole. I have bad allergies, so something got in my throat. Anyway,
We were talking about allergies too. We both have allergies.
did you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me. So anyway, I walk in the door, I step over here, and I just wait, because I don't want to interfere with what's going on. And people are going through, and it gets down to nobody, and I say, hey, excuse me, I don't want to interfere with anything, but I'm here to talk to somebody about your illegal gun signs. And she's like, oh, okay, let me get somebody for you. So she goes back over there, gets somebody, comes back this way. So I walk over, everybody's around over here, well, Detective Wells comes out. I said, hey, how you doing? I'm here to talk to you about your illegal gun signs. I'm going to deliver a complaint. The law requires me to deliver a complaint. And he goes, well, you need to go outside with your gun. You can't be in here with your gun. Okay. So I walk out. Wells walks out with me. He don't want to talk no more. And he just, it doesn't respond the right way. He takes off. Anderson comes out. Anderson knew who I was. And I do First Amendment type stuff where I don't care who you are. I'll make you feel uncomfortable if I feel I need to regarding speech, and apply the pressure where it's needed. So he knew I did that. Yeah, some people view me as antagonizing police, provoking police, picking on. Gotcha. Hey, Justin, call Todd and tell him I'm at Leon Valley and I cannot answer the phone.
All right. Well, anyway, I just wanted to.
You're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to take you away from anything you're doing. Oh, I haven't even got to the good part yet. Long story short, I was here for 45 minutes. And I left. Salvaggio was back there behind the window. There were 6 cops out here. 45 minutes I was here. And I left. Delivered my complaint, no problem. At midnight, that was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. At midnight, they showed up to my house with a SWAT team. In their affidavit, they wrote I violated places weapons prohibited because I entered the Leon Valley, I quote, Leon Valley Municipal Court Facility with a handgun in violation of 30-6 and 30-7 signs that were clearly posted. Now, I don't know if you know this, but 30-6, 30-7 doesn't make it a felony. That's 4603. They did not have a 4603 signed up. The golden question was, well, if I'm there committing, they showed up with a SWAT team to my house. They wanted to do a no-knock. Kirby Police Department, I think, talked them out of it. This Kirby Police Department knew me, and it was well understood that if they ever had a warrant for me, if they needed to, they could just call me, and I'll walk out in my underwear if need be. I'm a gun guy, so people are concerned about that. But I'll walk out in my underwear, man. I'm not going to fight you. Right? I have attorneys for that stuff. I'm not going to fight you. Even if you're wrong, I'm not going to fight with you. Kirby talked him out of the no-knock, and Kirby came and knocked on the door at midnight inside my garage because I had the garage open. I answered the door with a gun because it's midnight. Somebody's banging on the inside garage door, right? No problems. They coached me out, handcuffed me, and the SWAT team came in. No knock. Went in, my whole family, my wife, everybody down on the floor, handcuffed. Rifles at my wife's head. Anyway, my wife's been a nurse for 26 years. She doesn't really like what I do. She's very, very much pro-police. And no reason to point a rifle at her head. But anyway, that's what they did for coming in here that day. Why they didn't arrest me on the spot, they said they didn't want to disturb the people that were in the courthouse. So you don't have to comment on that. This has never been a courthouse. This is no more a courthouse because they hold court back there than this is a restroom because people pee over here. You know what I mean? So this is not the water department. This is City Hall, just like it says out there. And walking in here with a gun is perfectly legal. Hence, that's why they have this 4603 sign up, which we're working to address. The other day I came in with a handgun and the chief didn't enforce that. He almost did, but he backed off. So anyway, so there's two lawsuits that I'm a plaintiff in regarding those. So that's who I am. I was trespassed from all Leon Valley City property for almost the past 3 years, and they finally let me in. So kudos to them. There was no reason to trespass for me. This is who I am. But at the time, Joe Savaggio was in charge. Me and Joe Savaggio know each other from back when I worked for Bexar County back in the early 90s. Me and Joe's history is one time he was dating a chick named Araceli Noreno, and I was at her house one day, and we learned then that they had broke up. So we have bad blood between us. And I was a sheriff for 13 years and back then, and so we already have bad blood between us. He even elaborated on it when he was standing in my driveway when I was in cuffs. But anyway, Joe was here, and he did not want me here because if I was here, because I'm prior law enforcement, he wouldn't be able to bullshit the council or bullshit anybody else or bullshit me. And so the best thing to do was to keep me as far away as possible, which they did for a few years until he finally got rid of him. So anyway, man, that's who I am. That's what I'm about. You're going to get to know me more because I still believe, I don't know you. Have I ever interacted with you? And I don't know you. Are y'all both reservists? Okay. So I don't know you guys. I looked up the young cat that's prior military, I think, retired military or something, the short guy. Really passionate. So kudos there. I'm sure you guys will check out fine, and we'll be watching you guys. Sometimes you won't know, sometimes you will. You make it out there on the street or whatever. I'm just saying, full time, whatever. But I'll say that we're going to get to know each other because there are some of the old guards still here, and I can assure you, Wells Anderson, not Chief Gonzalez, but Wells Anderson, and what's his name, Tackard, and I call him little fat boy, Chad, Mandry, all them guys that were in my house. I guarantee you they have tyrant in their blood. They're bad cops. I know this. I have the same friends they have, and so I know things about them. They're bad, and I'm gonna get it out of them. Right now they're hiding. They were here at every city council meeting until my trespass warning got lifted. Now they're nowhere to be found. Maybe that was Chief Gonzalez's decision because he knew what would happen. I mean, he's old guard. He's old school. He knows what I'll do to him. I'll get them to get that tyrant out of them. They won't last 15 minutes with me before they start acting up. And so maybe that's a good decision on his part.
Well,
good officers in here.
I think I'll call it quits on the jack string.
So we have depositions that we have to finish by the end of 2021. And Mandry and